Okay, real talk. How many times have you promised yourself you'd deal with your finances later, and somehow later never actually shows up? Life gets loud: rent, relationships, student loans, burnout, everything screams louder than your bank account. And honestly, so many of us were raised to shrink ourselves when it comes to money, to be careful instead of confident, to be grateful instead of ambitious. We were told that if we just worked hard, saved a little, and stayed humble, everything would fall into place. But that's not the world we're living in anymore. Wages flatlined while the cost of literally everything exploded. And honestly, the financial system was never designed with women's lives, goals, or realities in mind. Then on top of that, we got hit with this stop buying lattes guilt trip, like a $5 coffee is the reason women aren't financially secure. Girl, please. So here's the real question. Why are so many smart, capable, educated women still playing small with something as life-changing as money? And what's the cost of doing nothing? Because doing nothing keeps us stuck in paycheck-to-paycheck cycles, stuck delaying our dreams, stuck living with financial anxiety that never really goes away. Money won't fix everything, but pretending it doesn't matter guarantees one thing: stress. And girl, if nothing changes, nothing changes. Hey girl, I'm Bella. Welcome to the Money Talk channel. This is the space where we break down money in a way that feels honest, empowering, and built for real women. Real talk, smart money, with Bella. Quick disclaimer: this video is for education only, not financial advice. And if you want money to finally make sense and feel empowering, hit subscribe and join the community of women leveling up their financial lives. In today's video, we'll break down why so many women play small with their money and exactly how you can break out of that cycle with simple, doable steps. Stay with me, because this might be the video that changes the way you look at money forever. Most women weren't taught to think boldly about money. We were taught to stay in the safe settings, and even though we show up with discipline, ambition, and insane work ethic, we still doubt ourselves financially. But the truth is, nothing about you is small, especially your potential to build wealth. Women carry more student debt, yet we're expected to just figure it out as we go. And because we live longer, the pressure to make our money last hits even harder. That's why shifting from fear to strategy isn't optional anymore, it's survival. Saving is amazing, but it won't build the life you dream about on its own. Real freedom comes when your money starts multiplying, not just sitting in a bank account. And once you embrace investing, the future you've been imagining suddenly becomes real. Girl, so many of us grew up thinking money was something to fear or tiptoe around. We were taught to play safe, stay small, and never mess up. But the truth is, your mindset impacts your money more than whatever's in your paycheck. And here's the wild part: most women feel stressed about money, but we actually make amazing investors. Even though only a small group feels confident, the women who do invest often outperform men. Imagine what's possible when confidence finally matches capability. So it's time to drop the old rules: fear, scarcity, perfectionism, all of it. The new mindset is about learning as you go, taking small risks, and trusting yourself to grow. Your life gets better when you decide to change, not when you wait for permission. When you understand your numbers, you take back emotional control. It's like suddenly realizing you're not lost, you actually have a map. And once you see the path clearly, managing money feels empowering instead of scary. So instead of trying to track everything perfectly, just start with the basics. Break your money into 4 simple buckets: your essentials, your lifestyle spending, your growth, and your protection. When you keep it simple, your money finally starts making sense instead of making stress. And imagine this: you check your money and you actually feel calm. You know what's coming in, what's going out, and what's growing. No more guessing, no more avoiding, just you being the CEO of your money. So here's the truth: investing isn't gambling, it's literally how wealth is built in the real world. Once you understand that, everything about money feels way less scary and way more possible. And the crazy part, The long-term market has been growing an average of 7 to 10% for decades. And here's why starting early matters so much. Time does the heavy lifting for you. The earlier you invest, the more your money multiplies without you working harder. It's honestly the difference between having a few thousand someday or having hundreds of thousands. But here's the trap most women fall into: they keep waiting for the perfect moment to start. Girl, that moment doesn't exist. Time in the market will always beat trying to time the market. So start now, even if it feels imperfect. A safety net isn't about restricting your life, it's actually your freedom insurance. When things go wrong, it keeps you grounded instead of spiraling. And honestly, knowing you're protected just hits different. Start small. Even $500 makes you feel less stressed and more in control. Then slowly build it into 3 to 6 months of breathing room. You'll feel this shift from surviving to actually feeling safe. Having a safety net gives you freedom: freedom to leave a toxic job, freedom to say no, freedom to breathe. The alternative is living on edge, and you deserve better than that. Your future self will thank you for building this now. Money boundaries aren't about being strict or dramatic, they're about protecting your peace and your future. So many women feel pressure to overspend just to keep up, and it drains more than just their wallet. When you understand this, you realize your yes is actually one of your most valuable resources. And honestly, saying no without guilt is one of the most freeing things you can learn. When you spend with intention, everything starts to feel lighter and more aligned with who you want to be. This is how you move from people pleasing to actually honoring your own goals. At the end of the day, approval fades, but alignment lasts. Choosing yourself isn't selfish, it's smart, it's sustainable, and it's powerful. Remember, no is a complete sentence. Your rich life isn't supposed to look like anyone else's, it's meant to feel good to you. And when you stop copying what you see online, you finally hear what you actually want. So let's break it down in a way that gives you clarity instead of pressure. Your rich life doesn't have to be loud, perfect, or Instagram ready, it just has to be yours. Maybe it's the apartment you've dreamed of, the trips you've saved for, or the lifestyle you want to live unapologetically. And the biggest trap? Letting social media convince you that someone else's dream should be your goal. At the end of the day, a rich life is built from love, intention, and real knowledge, not pressure or comparison. When you choose what matters to you, everything becomes lighter. Remember this: the good life is inspired by love and guided by knowledge. Today, we covered why so many women play small with money and the mindset shift that changes everything. We talked about understanding your numbers, building a safety net, investing with confidence, setting money boundaries, and designing a rich life that feels good, not just looks good. And remember, your financial future starts the moment you decide to take your money seriously today. If this video spoke to you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with another woman who needs this message. And tell me in the comments what's one money habit you're committing to change starting today. I want to hear it. You're watching Money Talk, Real Talk, Smart Money with Bella. I'm rooting for you always. See you in the next video.